Hello everyone, Manish here from jagoinvestor.com. The video today is all about different layers of calculating net worth. Now we all know how to calculate net worth, right? We know assets minus liabilities, that is net worth. But that's a very simplistic way of looking at net worth. And over the years, while we worked with a lot of clients, a lot of investors, we saw that this definition of calculating net worth is not going to give you a lot of details. It will not give you a lot of clarity about where does a person stand, what is his portfolio composition. So when you talk about two people and they have same net worth, often when you go into the layers of their assets, it's not the same situation. So let me tell you how to do it in a better way, and maybe it will help you. So what you do is you take an Excel sheet and list down all your assets, okay, and write all the current amounts, whatever is the current worth of all the assets. And now we are going to assign 4 tags to each asset. Okay, we are going to mainly categorize these assets into different categories. So there are 4 kind of assets. The first category is the liquid assets. So you have to write the word liquid in front of all those assets which are liquid in nature. Basically you can liquidate them wherever you want, and the money can come to your bank account in maybe a few days or few weeks, and it's fine even if it comes in 1 or 2 months, even that is okay. Basically the point is you have full control on this part of your net worth. It is not dependent on someone, you have to sell it or anything like that. Okay, it can, you just make a click or you do something and the money comes to your bank account. It's fully liquid, that's the point. So that is first part. Then the second category of all your assets will be categorized as locked. Okay, now you write the word locked in front of all those assets which are locked right now, which is, it will become liquid after some time. Okay, after a year, after 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, they are locked right now, they're stuck somewhere. So things like what can be the example? So the example is your EPF, PPF, then your ELSS funds. Okay, because you can't take it now, but after 3 years you can, or 2-3 years. So any asset which you can redeem after some years and it will become of the liquid nature, that will be locked. Okay, so this is the second category. The third category is consumable. Okay, now these are all the assets which is for consumption purpose. Your main intention is not to redeem it and then use it for some purpose, some goal, but ultimately you are consuming it. So what are the examples for it? The most important, the best example is the house you live in. Okay, so that comes under consumable. Then what else can be there? One thing which I can think of is any car which is of very high value nature. Okay, so you can ignore a car which is a basic car up to, let's say, 10-12 lakh rupees, you can just ignore it. But beyond that, you can say that, let's say you have a car worth 50 lakh rupees, a luxury car. So why I'm saying it is because in reality, after a few years, when you buy another car, by selling it, it is going to fetch you some money, right? You will be selling it in the second-hand market and you will get some money. So the net worth is locked there, right? Some wealth is locked inside that asset. So you can include that. In the same way, the house. So your house, yes, you are not going to sell it, I know that, but that's the reason we are marking it as consumable. Then the last one is where you will tag it as don't know. Okay, you can write don't know about in front of it. So what are those kind of assets? Where these are the assets which are not reliable, truly speaking. You can count, you don't count. So things like inheritance. So some people can say that, yeah, I'm going to get some FDs and some real estate and some PPF, some shares after many years, and who knows, it comes or it may happen that it doesn't come. Yours inheritance, your spouse inheritance, maybe some money which you have given to your friend, a big amount, and you are not very clear if you really want to count on that or not. So all these kind of assets, what else can be there? I'm just thinking about it. So let's say there is a plot of land and you suddenly find out that there is a litigation and there is some kind of fraud, and now you are thinking, oh my god, will I be able to sell it or not? So that is not going to come under the locked category, neither consumption category. It is going to come under don't know category, so we're not counting on that. So this way, rather than just adding up all your assets, you have to categorize your assets into 4 categories and now add each of them. So you add your liquid assets, you add your locked assets, you add your consumable assets, you add your don't know assets. So you'll get 4 numbers: liquid number, that is 1, the second one is locked number, third is the consumable number, and the fourth one is the don't know number. Now the first one gives you the liquid net worth, right? The first number, that is your liquid net worth. What is liquid net worth? That part of your net worth which you have full control on. You have your control on it. Whenever you want, you can do anything with it. Okay, that gives you that flexibility. That is your liquid net worth. When you add second one, the logged one, to the first one, liquid plus logged, you get your main net worth. I call it as main net worth, and this, I think, is your main number. This is the main number which you should be tracking and which you should be believing that this is your net worth, the main net worth, because that has all the liquid assets and it also has the locked assets, because you don't want everything right now, right? After some years it will come to you, your EPF, PPF, some land which you are going to sell after 10 years or 5 years or anything like that. Okay, so that will be your second number. And the third one, when you add the third one, the consumable asset part, into this main net worth, you get the real net worth. Okay, you can name it anything. I name it as real net worth. Now this real net worth gives you a different picture. What this net worth tells you is that this is what you are worth in totality. Okay, this is what you have created from your life. Because see, if you someday decide that I want to empty myself, I want to sell off everything whatever I have created and I want to keep it in a box, how much money that box will have, that is the real net worth. Okay, maybe someday you decide that okay, I want to empty everything and now I'm going to live on rent. I'm talking about the hypothetical situation, but let's assume someone does that. Or let's say someone wants to move from India to some other country. So what they will do, they will sell off everything and then they will be taking an amount somewhere else, right? So what is that amount? Okay, so that is your real net worth. But for people who are living in India, you have one house where you are living. I suggest that you don't look at this real net worth, you look at the main net worth, because that is the number you will be using at the end of the day for your for generating pension for yourself or living in retirement. So that is one way of looking at it. And then the final number is when you add the fourth one to this real net worth and you get the total entire net worth, which is going to be a big number, but that is a number where you look at that number and you feel good about yourself. Okay, this may come to me. Maybe in the best case situation, this is going to be my total net worth someday in the future. What happens is, instead of relying on one simplistic net worth, you have different kind of net worths you are looking at it. So you do this exercise, you just take an Excel sheet, write all your assets, write all the numbers, whatever is the current numbers, and take the market values for all the real estate. Okay, for the car, always take the resale value, not the current market price. And then if you know the simple formulas, you can use them. Otherwise, just add it up manually, and you can have a table where it tells you. So it will look something like your real net worth is your liquid net worth is 80 lakh rupees. Your main net worth, the locked plus liquid one, that is 2 crore rupees. Your real net worth, when you include your house also, that is 3.2 crore rupees. And then finally your entire net worth, the good feel number, that may be like 7 crore rupees. Who knows? Maybe you are going to get some inheritance. Maybe you had given some big amount to some friend, and it may come. You're not relying on it, but maybe it comes. So this is how, if you look at your net worth, it becomes easy to relate to that number. You get more layers of net worth, and it depends on you how you look at it. But I thought this will be useful if I share with you. I do it Personally, I do it for myself, and it gives me a lot of clarity. Now, one more important point is that whatever I just talked, it was mainly from the viewpoint of a salaried person, because there is no other net worth. But if you're a business owner, then there's a tendency to not, look at the business net worth. Generally, you only talk about your mutual funds, your stocks, your FD and all, because the business is giving you the cash flow. But if you have the business, you do the valuation, and you also include that net worth, your share in the business, also as part of your net worth. You can include it in under logged maybe, or you can include it under don't know, even that is fine. But when you see your entire net worth, you will get a better picture. So just imagine someone has a very good business valued at some small number, let's say a 9 crore business for example, and you are a 50% shareholder. So if the company gets sold, or something happens, someone takes over it, you will get that money, right? And you will, at that point, you will have that money in your hand. So just don't say that, oh, I only have 25 lakh rupees out at this moment, so that is my net worth. It's not like that. So I hope this gave you a more clearer picture at how to look at the net worth concept. And let us know what you feel about it, and start doing this, and I'm sure you will definitely have a lot of clarity on this subject. So thanks a lot. I'll bring more videos to you in future. Thanks a lot. Bye.